You built these weapons to destroy us. Why? Because you are afraid of our gifts. Because we are different. Humanity has always feared that which is different.
Mortals receive the divine gift of intellect, the potential for wisdom, but they misuse it to destroy the beauty of creation. Mortals do not succumb to evil, they are the evil. They create it and spread it with minds they shouldn't possess. How can we call ourselves gods if we watch this plight and do nothing to stop it?
In every moment, there is the possibility of a better future, but you people won't believe it. And because you won't believe it, you won't do what is necessary to make it a reality. So you dwell on this terrible future, you resign yourselves to it. For one reason, because that future doesn't ask anything of you today.
We have created our own hell on Earth.
Oh my.
The warnings have been obvious, the solutions ignored, so I took action.
Wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And then you'll notice you've got their strict attention.
People think in terms of good and evil when really time is the true enemy of us all. Time kills everything.
Everyone creates the thing they dread. Men of peace create engines of war. Invaders create avengers.
What you really fear is inside yourself. You fear your own power. You fear your anger, the drive to do great or terrible things. Now, you must journey inwards.
If you're using half your concentration to look normal, then you're only half paying attention to whatever else you do. Just pointing out something that could save your life. You want society to accept you, but you can't even accept yourself.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
You turned everyone I ever loved against me, my own flesh and blood! I guess it's like what they say. Y'all could go insane with just one bad day.
You will destroy the world, Wakanda included. The world took everything away from me. Everything I ever loved. But I'm gonna make sure we're even.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
You and I both know the real power in this world ain't magic. It's money. Buckets of it.
It's true.
Aren't you tired of living on the margins while all those fat cats in their fancy cars don't give you so much as a sideways glance?
Ever think what it's like to be someone like me? To be somebody but themselves? They don't. They think that we'll just sit there and take it like good little boys, that we won't werewolf and go wild.
Those people up there, the rich and the powerful, they do whatever they want. Guys like us, like you and me, they don't care about us. We build their roads and we fight all their wars and everything. They don't care about us. We have to pick up after them. We have to eat their table scraps.
The powerful will be ripped from their decadent nests and cast out into the cold world that we know and endure. The police will survive as they learn to serve true justice.
Everything they built will fall! And from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one!
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
A world of undisturbed beauty. Mortals are a foolish and ugly mistake that stain the majesty of the cosmos. By eliminating all mortal creatures, we can restore its original splendor and reclaim this perfect creation.
Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Villain, being who sees the world in a way most don't, due to the experiences they have lived, suffered, seek justice, revenge. What life taught them is the solution to their problems, to fix them once and for all.
I know what it's like to be different, to be alone in this world.
When I woke up, my parents were dead. I wasn't so lucky. Saw an opportunity in my affliction. They weaponized me. I stole for them, spied for them. I killed for them. And in exchange for my soul, they were going to cure me. They lied.
Villains are so cruelly deceived that they can't trust anyone else, and they close because they know that. The more they give nowadays, the more others take advantage of them.
Did you really think that I'd let that happen? That I'd let you take away my power just because you're blind to what true power can bring you?
You don't know me.
Don't I? Struggling to have everything you want, while the world tries to make you choose. Gods don't have to choose. We take.
The difference between good and evil, it is what governs our entire society. Since we were kids, they have taught us what things we should do and what not, but not all of us were as lucky.
And I realize that you'll do pretty much anything if your family says it's okay.
Ed? I don't have anything to apologize for, sir.
Mom, it's okay. Just apologize.
That's where we are in this world today. We seem to have developed a fundamental inability to apologize to anyone for anything. I don't even think you really know what a bad day is. But you're gonna find out. You hear me, miss? You're gonna fucking learn.
Because as the Joker said, it just takes one bad day so that the sanest person understand his madness.
He hates us.
No. He's simply afraid of who he truly is, like I was.
You'll never know how it felt that night to be told that the only man that I'd ever loved had to die.
It's remarkable as the amount of people you've managed to murder.
Dark times call for extreme measures. You may find it hard to believe, but I am serving the greater good.
It's hard to describe someone as good or bad. Every act has its justifications, and we all make mistakes.
You're gonna kill me, aren't you?
Yes.
Why? What's the point of any of this? What do we do to deserve...
Nothing. Other than occupy space we need. We're not that different, Ben. Your kind would do exactly the same thing.
No. Our kind wouldn't have wiped out an entire species.
Of course you would. We've been doing it for centuries.
A villain and a hero are not so different. If we look from various perspectives, everyone does what they believe is the best for those around them.
We don't need you to save us. We don't need to be fixed. These are not curses. They're gifts.
Humans are a unique type of pest, multiplying and poisoning our world, all while enforcing a structure of their own, a deeply unnatural structure. Where others saw order, I saw a straitjacket. A cruel, oppressive world dictated by made-up rules. Each life, a faded, lesser copy of the one before. Wake up, eat, work, sleep, reproduce, and die.
Are the villains always the bad guys in history? Or is it that they only see what others cannot see, and they are willing to give up their life, if necessary, to achieve it?
Everybody is awful these days. Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy. It's enough to make anyone crazy.
It's not about what I want. It's about what's fair! You thought we could be decent men in an indecent time. You were wrong. The world is cruel. And the only morality in a cruel world is chance.
This universe is finite, its resources finite. If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist. It needs correction.
You don't know that!
I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
Every galaxy I've traveled, all you species are the same. You all think you're the center of the universe. You have no idea.
I figured out way back. God is all-powerful. He cannot be all good. And if he is all good, then he cannot be all-powerful.
If you can make God bleed, then people will cease to believe in him. And they will be plowed in the water, and the sharks will come.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I'm not a bad person. Just had bad luck.
Life is cruel. Why should the afterlife be any different?
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
I'm going to show the world what true pain is, and stop all wars with the terror that pain will inspire. I shall lead the world down the road to stability and to peace.
You see, the knowledge of death changes everything. If I were to tell you the exact date and time of your own death, it would shatter your world completely. I know. In a split second, your world's cracked open. You look at things differently, you smell things differently. You savor everything, be it a glass of water or a walk in the park. And the irony of it is that that keeps them from really living their life. It keeps them drinking that glass of water, but never really tasting it.
There is no good and evil. There is only power. And those too weak to seek it.
So it's your fault.
No, it wasn't me. It was...
First rule of leadership. Everything is your fault.
It's a bug-eat-bug world out there, princess. The trouble with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
The betrayal doesn't depend on how much or how deeply you love someone. It depends on the magnitude of the dilemma they put in front of you. Would you betray your loved one? At first, no. But what would happen if someone told you that if you did, you'd be given a medicine that could cure your beloved brother?
Well, being brilliant's not enough, young man. You have to work hard. Intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift. And you use it for the good of mankind.
We're not here because we're free. We're here because we're not free. There's no escaping reason, no denying purpose. Because as we both know, without purpose, we would not exist.
It is purpose that created us. Purpose that connects us. Purpose that pulls us, that guides, that drives us. It is purpose that defines. Purpose that binds us.
If it's so simple, why haven't you done it already?
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Now you listen to me. You can't quit. You're nothing without me. Nothing, you worm.
Stars lose their brightness. Idols fall. Agents are forever. You're a flash in the pan. You're yesterday's news.
You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine. We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance and trigger a vicious cycle of hatred. Right now, we live in such a cycle. I know the past and can foretell our future. It is the same as our history. So we believe that human beings simply cannot understand each other, and they never will.
What do you get?
I don't think so.
When you cross
I think
a
we're
mentally
done
ill
with you,
loner
Joe.
with
That's
a
it.
society that abandons him and treats him like trash!
Call the police,
I'll
Gene.
tell you what you get!
Call the police.
You get what you fucking deserve! Good night. And always remember, that's...
Life's not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark, begging for scraps.
I came to realize some creatures are born to get all the love. The rest of us get nothing.
I'll sell my invention so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be.
You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. How is humanity saved if it's not allowed to evolve?
See, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
I thought by eliminating half of life, the other half would thrive. But you've shown me that's impossible. And as long as there are those that remember what was, there will always be those that are unable to accept what can be.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back.
Does my face not remind you of what a grown man can do? Shift your hunting ground for a few years and everyone forgets how the law works. Well, let me remind you, a man cub becomes man, and man is forbidden!
You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes.
I was wrong to treat you that way. I'm sorry.
See? Now you respect me, because I'm a threat. That's the way it works.
So that's it. Prey fears Predator and you stay in power?
Yeah, pretty much.
It won't work.
Fear always works.
When you guys tried to destroy the world, this is an error in judgment. But when it's one of us, just lock them up, throw away the key.
Idiots! Children destroy toys! You'll all be ruined! Forgotten! Spending eternity rotting in some landfill!
I know what it's like to lose. Feel so desperately that you're right. Yet to fail, nonetheless.
Success doesn't come for free, Miguel. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes to seize your moment.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
You knew I was the Dragon Warrior. You always knew. But when Ugoe said otherwise, what did you do? What did you do? Nothing.
That was not my fault!
Not your fault? Who filled my head with dreams? Ha! Who drove me to train until my bones cracked? Who denied me my destiny? Yeah!
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
What I ever did, I did to make you proud! Tell me how proud you are, Shifu! Tell me! Tell me!
world is dark and selfish and cruel. If it finds even the slightest ray of sunshine, it destroys it.
Titan was like most planets. Too many mouths, not enough to go around. And when we faced extinction, I offered a solution.
Genocide.
But random, dispassionate, fair to rich and poor alike. They called me a madman. And what I predicted came to pass. The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
They lost friends. They lost family. They lost hope. They lost faith. They lost the belief in humanity. But most importantly, they lost their morals. They were tested at their limits, and they gave in to sins and temptations of the words and became like it, instead of trying to set themselves apart from it. Eventually, they became so heartbroken that there is no longer a heart to break. They are a shell of what used to be, and they are fueled by rage, anger, disgust, loss, and a sense of true justice. They became the very thing they hate. They became the villain.
It's magic. If you glimpsed the future, were frightened by what you saw, what would you do with that information? You would go to who? Politicians? Captains of industry? And how would you convince them? Data? Facts? Good luck. The only facts they won't challenge are the ones that keep the wheels greased and the dollars rolling in.
We live in an ambitious world, rife with corruption, envy, and selfishness. I was always willing to be reasonable, until I had to be unreasonable. Sometimes reasonable men must do unreasonable things.
Came here to stop a maniac from destroying the world.
I see. And how do you plan to stop the atrocities that the surface continues to commit? Because for a century, they have polluted our waters and poisoned our children. And now the skies burn and our oceans boil.
Nobody seems to care. The world is drowning in its own waste. Mother Nature weeps, but who listens? Human ambition is a poison that consumes everything in its path. Everyone prefers to look the other way, as if nothing is happening.
The entire world wholeheartedly embraced the apocalypse and sprinted towards it with gleeful abandon. Meanwhile, your Earth was crumbling all around you. You've got simultaneous epidemics of obesity and starvation. Explain that one. Bees and butterflies start to disappear. The glaciers melt. Algae blooms all around you. The coal mine canaries are dropping dead, and you won't take the hint.
How much time do we have left? Can we change our course? Is it possible to escape extinction? Or are we merely fighting for a future that is already doomed? Perhaps extinction is not the end, but simply a new chapter in the cycle of life. After all, if humanity were to become extinct, there would only be room for something new, wouldn't there?
These mortals we watch, are they creatures truly worthy of our protection, sir? With respect, I've observed more mortal dealings than I care to count. They thrive, quarrel, perish, all on an endless loop. And so it seems to me for them to keep doing this is the height of futility.
That is the path mortals must take.
What sense does it make for us to protect these flawed beings when they persistently repeat the same tragic mistakes? Would it not be more merciful on our part to put a halt to their hopeless cycles once and for all?
Is there someone out there? There must be a creator, surely. But if so, why doesn't he intervene? Why does he allow so much injustice and suffering? Why doesn't he guide us on the right path? Or simply change us so that we can empathize with one another?
They don't deserve our help. They only deserve distraction. They have always been and always will be weak, cruel, selfish, and capable of the greatest horrors.
Let me help you open up your mind, huh?
Mankind
stole this world from us. We ruined it day by day. We start these wars on their own. And with our powers combined, we could finally end all the pain, all the suffering, the destruction they bring. And we could return this world to the paradise it was before them.
Perhaps it's for the best. We were given this wonderful world as a gift, and yet, despite our best efforts, we've only managed to pollute it more and more over time. We're not a team. In the face of immense problems, we turn away and prioritize our own interests. Our greed and neglect have clouded our judgment. We've turned this beautiful planet into a battlefield of selfish desires.
I think a lot about meteors, the purity of them. Boom, the end, start again. The world made clean for the new man to rebuild.
But why is Fantasia dying then?
Because people have begun to lose their hopes and forget their dreams. So the nothing grows stronger.
Is it necessary for us to experience hardship to truly appreciate all that we have? Is this simply human nature, to only notice our blessings when our problems seem insignificant in comparison? Because if we don't appreciate what we have, do we even deserve it? Perhaps the world does need a fresh start.
You know nothing of being a god. You went to the gods for help and they did nothing. We're alike in that sense.
What if you are wrong to believe that this place can be any better? What if I was wrong to spare him? It would just be easier to burn this place down and start from scratch.
Sure, burn it down. Easy. Annihilating is easy. Razing things to the ground is easy. Trying to fix what's broken is hard. Hope is hard.
Why do some receive God's miracles while others suffer in vain? This apparent injustice must hide a deeper meaning. Are our destinies already written? Would we be different people if we had lived through the same experiences as the person beside us?
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I feel your pain. And your loss.
You think because you can see into my head, you know how it feels. I tried your way, Charles. I tried to be like them. Live like them. But it always ends the same way. They took everything away from me.
We're all villains here. We've all done horrible, terrible, horrific things.
There's an old saying that we all have three faces. The first is the one we show the world. The second is reserved for our closest companions. But the third face, the one hidden deep within our souls, is where our true nature resides. Truths we would never dare reveal.
You won't kill us yourself! You wouldn't sully your hands, but you'll damn us to a black hole for eternity! Jarrell was right. You're a pack of fools! Every last one of you!
To them, you're just a freak. Like me. They need you right now. When they don't, they'll cast you out. Like a leper.
If we lived in a world plagued with both superheroes and supervillains, we'd only allow one to exist as long as they're taking care of the other. As soon as what they're doing gets in the way of anything we would do, we'd turn against them. Superheroes have it worse off than any villain, super or otherwise.
You're stronger than your father.
You didn't know my father.
But I know the rage that drives you. That impossible anger strangling the grief until the memory of your loved one is just poison in your veins. And one day you catch yourself wishing the person you loved had never existed. So you'll be spared your pain.
That burning, corrosive rage consumes every last shred of compassion, leaving only a cold, dark void. In that darkness, we embrace our true selves, remorseless, merciless. We become monsters, not by choice, but by the world's cruel molding, hardened by pain and betrayal. And in that state, we are unbreakable, for we have nothing left to lose.
Messed up. Did you forget? I'm a heartless wretch.
You loved her. She's the one. And then you betrayed her.
She pretended to love me. She betrayed me.
And after which betrayal did you cut out your heart, I wonder?
Maybe it's a secret love.
Love should never be a secret. If you keep something as complicated as love stored up inside, it's gonna make you sick.
Suppressing that feeling not only suffocates us, but transforms us into something dark and twisted. For what greater torture is there than to live with the inability to express what we truly feel?
What do you know about it? I've lost my fair share.
Dry your eyes, Eric. Doesn't justify what you've done.
You've no idea what I've done.
You lost someone.
I lost everyone.
Imagine suffered what he endured. Could his actions truly be wrong? After all, he believed it was the only way to prevent future tragedies, to end the problem so others wouldn't have to suffer the same fate.
Once I had a wife. My great love. She was taken from me. Like you, I was forced to learn there are those without decency who must be fought without hesitation, without pity. Your anger gives you great power. But if you let it, it will destroy you.
Do you know how it feels to have the one, the only thing you love, ripped away from you?
If someone intentionally took the life of a loved one, wouldn't you want revenge? Wouldn't you want them to suffer the same fate? We live in a world where justice, as we know it, is just an illusion to keep order. A world where only the strong survive.
I have had a vision. Tai Lung will return.
Behold, Tai Lung.
Shifu found him, and he raised him as his son.
I have come home, Master.
The destiny of a warrior is never written. It is forged, with every strike, with every lesson. That was Shifu's belief, and it was Tai Lung's as well. But what happens when the prophecy of greatness becomes a shadow that consumes everything?
Guys, I know about Tai Lung. He was a student.
He wasn't just a student.
Your vision was right. Tai Lung has broken out of prison. He's on his way.
Tai Lung is free! I was beginning to think I'd been forgotten. Fly back there and tell them the real Dragon Warrior is coming home.
He wanted the Dragon Scroll. Shifu trained him. He believed in him.
You are the Dragon Warrior.
He told him he was destined for greatness.
A real warrior never quits.
His training was no burden. It was joy, a promise of a glorious future. Every strike, every leap brought him closer to his dream and to the pride of his father, Shifu. But a dream so great within the heart of a child can become an obsession, and obsession blinds.
And Shifu had to destroy what he had created.
I've always been proud of you. Yes, you have a new favorite. Where's the Dragon Warrior? Did I scare him off?
Can we run now? Yes.
So where is this pole?
It was never enough for Tai Lung. But Oogway saw darkness in his heart.
The refusal wasn't just a disappointment, it was a betrayal. To Tai Lung, Oogway's words weren't a warning, they were a final, crushing sentence. The child who had desperately sought his father's approval now saw only a rejection he couldn't comprehend.
I rotted in jail for 20 years because of your weakness.
Obeying your master is not weakness.
This is no longer your home, and I am no longer your master.
Shifu loved Tai Lung like he had never loved anyone before.
This battle is
is between you and me.
So, that is how it's going to be.
Our battle will be legendary!
And in his desperation, he unleashed his fury. It wasn't a quest for darkness that corrupted him, but rather rejection and abandonment. He felt betrayed by the only father and the only love he had ever known.
You knew I was the Dragon Warrior! You always knew.
I'm sorry.
But when Ugoe said otherwise, what did you do? What did you do?
The world moved on. No one remembered him, not even his own father, who now stood beside his new Dragon Warrior. And he, the true prodigy, was reduced to nothing but a memory, a monster from a bedtime story meant to frighten children.
And it was my pride that blinded me. I loved you too much to see what you were becoming.
Nothing!
You were not meant to be the Dragon Warrior. That was not my fault.
Not your fault?
It was never my decision to make.
Because what father wouldn't give everything for his son? What father wouldn't do whatever it takes to fix what's broken? What father wouldn't stand by his child, even when they're wrong, and find a way to help them and guide them? Shifu didn't just plant the dream in his head. He taught him everything he knew. More than a father, he was his idol. But in the end, when Tai Lung made his biggest mistake, he wasn't there for him.
Who filled my head with dreams? Who drove me to train until my bones cracked? Who denied me my destiny?
But I was turning you into...
What I ever did, I did to make you proud! Tell me how proud you are, Shifu! Tell me! Tell me!
From the first moment,
I don't want your apology.
Where is it?
So, is Tai Lung a villain? Perhaps, if we look only at the end of his story. But if we trace his path, from the little leopard who only wanted his father's love, he becomes something else. A victim of ambition, of denial, of the crushing weight of a prophecy he was made to believe.
It's nothing!
There is no secret ingredient. It's just you.